Night. Uh, yeah. Let's see here. Got everything situated here. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Just doing this random stream of just some gameplay that I thought that now would be a really good time to do a stream because I just kind of feel like I want to relax here a bit and just make a video about this because, well, one, this game came on the PlayStation Plus list, and I thought I would share some thoughts with this. And normally I would be like, just record this, make a video type of thing. But I thought a live stream would probably be better here, since it would do it all in one shot here. Me playing this game. We're gonna play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from the arcade, and I'll get the reason why I picked this game to play. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this here. We are gonna do some enhancements here, though. We're gonna put on God mode. Set the difficulty to normal. Yeah. So yeah. And you'll see why in a minute. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to play as the best turtle of the group, Leonardo. You may think differently, but he's the best turtle. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. But yeah, we'll play as Leonardo.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
All right.
Cowabunga.
All right.
Cowabunga.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to start as Leonardo. Play as Leonardo for the game.
Fire! Hang on, April.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
Attack!
So yeah, me playing this game brings back so many memories here. There's just a lot of good memories. Me going to, getting pizza with my folks and my family, at the old, pizza place that we used to go to as a kid. Seeing this arcade machine there at the pizza parlor,
Do not lose this session.
and just, pop in some quarters and then playing this game, because Ninja Turtles, if you don't know, back in the day, hugely popular game. I mean, yeah, hugely popular franchise, and playing this game, it was super cool. Seeing all these characters, playing against them. Yeah, some of the bosses are going to be one-hit kills. But, excuse me for the dog there, but, yeah, there's so many great memories playing this game. And yeah, seeing this back on the PlayStation here. Ooh, buddy. Like, it brings back a lot of memories, a lot of fond memories. There's actually this collection here actually has the NES version. And I played the NES version as a kid. I actually beat the NES version as a kid. And while it wasn't the same as the arcade, the actual going to the arcade, listening to all these explosions, the bass of the explosions and all this, it was still a fun experience. And, you know, growing up as a kid, I did have a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. Not as much as I did, you know, I had with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe stuff, you know, those toys. I had a lot of He-Man toys. So basically I had everything. I pretty much had everything. All the vehicles, the castles, the figures, the slime for one of the playsets. Super into He-Man. But once the Ninja Turtles came along,
You are dead. Still, Wayne, they ain't getting any prettier. What you
I just fell in love with the Turtles. Actually, my aunt on my dad's side, she was my dad's sister-in-law, and my uncle got me a Ninja Turtle blanket for Christmas. And I have such fond memories of that blanket. I actually remember opening up that blanket at their house, sleeping over there that night on Christmas, and you know, sleeping on the couch, falling asleep to that blanket, and yeah, I actually had that blanket for a long time. It was, whew, buddy, it was. I think I had it pretty close to when I was doing my teenage years. I think it was. I grew it because, you know, it was only made for like small kids. I kind of wish that I still had that though, because it was actually a really warm blanket. I'm not gonna lie, that blanket was actually really warm. Probably would have been like a nice comforter to have or something like that. Oop. But these things right here, the Mousers, I like, even if, you know, years later, I still can't believe I remember most of these characters' names. There's just some characters that always, and things that, you know, you never quite forget as a kid, you know? Yeah, but being at the arcade, being at the arcade, hearing these loud, booms and kind of feeling it in your chest. That's an awesome feeling. And the graphics, at the time, was top notch. You're like, oh my gosh, look at all the detail in this arcade game. It was very smooth. Voice acting. Very limited voice acting, but still some voice acting for it. Some of the voices that you hear actually come from the show. I believe in the beginning of on the first stage, that was Donatello's voice actor. Yeah, as you can see, this is why I did God mode, because I'm getting hit a lot. Which was basically, this was by design from arcade, because the makers of this game wanted to either put in as many quarters as possible. They wanted to make their money. So being smacked around a lot was the purpose of it. Not beating it in one shot. Ooh. Like there was some arcade games that you actually could beat it in one quarter. Shinobi was one of those games. The arcade Shinobi. I actually seen a game one time beat that with 1 quarter, and it was amazing. It was one of the biggest highlights ever to see. Seeing this, he was older than I was, but he beat Shinobi with 1 quarter. It was truly something that I still to this day, have no idea how much time and effort it took for that guy to beat a game I struggled with as a kid.
Pizza time!
Playing, and this guy, this older guy, I'd say maybe. I forgot to show their special move there, but
Let's move it.
This guy
I owe you one.
beat it with 1 quarter. He memorized everything. I'd say maybe he was about maybe 17, maybe 18, maybe. When you're young impressionable kid, 18 seems older than you. maybe even 17, who knows? But he took that time and effort to learn basically the game. It was really cool. Basically the game in a nutshell. It's a standard beat 'em up game. A lot like, Final Fight from Capcom, which was also a big one. I also might recognize the sort of play style and sound effects and stuff like that. This is from Konami. They actually also made the Simpsons arcade game. I'm getting messed up here. And Simpsons arcade game was actually really fun. Oh, I didn't know they could do that. every day. But yeah, I also love this arcade game as well. That was actually really fun too. Also a quarter muncher, as we used to say in the arcades back in the day. I think I ordered, not ordered, but I think I had Leonardo, Raphael.
Pizza time!
I think I had Mikey. I think I had Mikey as well back in the day. Although I'm not 100% sure. That might have been my cousin's. But like I said, I favorite Leonardo. Leonardo just seems like the coolest turtle out of the entire group. You know, he had the swords. You know, he was the leader. He had all the confidence in the world. You know, although you know, in other renditions of the team, you know, there's some renditions where, you know, he kind of does that himself. Like in the movie, I actually wanted to go see the movie, first Ninja Turtle movie, back in the day, and that's when I first learned about the word damn. You know, yeah, it was, I actually had that movie on Blu-ray, the 3-pack, you know, going back and watching that movie. Definitely shows his age. You know, very 80s style, you know, the hairstyles, music. A lot of times, you know, very time. Dude, I hate these ass dudes. Come on, ass dudes, stop it. Yeah, in that rendition, you do see a lot of regret with Leo. And if you watch the movie, you know why. But he does overcome that, and yeah, like I said, I just always thought Leonardo was one of the coolest turtles. Now, if you keep keeping up with the latest iterations of the Turtles, the IDW comics, they've been having some really great stuff as of late, recently in the last couple years, especially with the story of The Last Ronin. Highly recommend reading that if you're even remotely a fan of the Turtles. It's probably one of the best turtle stories of all time, if not the greatest turtle story of all time. It's one of those stories where you'll remember it. Like you'll remember that story. It's been reprinted a lot in different formats, oversized hardcover, trade paperback. I believe there's a treasury edition as well. It's been reprinted a lot, and when a story gets reprinted that much, you know it's good because it sells a lot. And it's worth it because the story is really damn good. There's really no sugarcoating that. buy the book. That's all I'm gonna say. Buy the book. You will not regret reading that story. It's really that good.
You gotta save Splinter.
But the rest of the IDW stuff is very good too. Right now, their modern run right now. Really good stuff. They're actually as far as I know right now, the team is sort of in a state of rebuilding. Funny enough, there's a lot of stuff that happened recently. A lot of stuff happened to the Turtles individually. And I won't go into spoilers as to what exactly happened because, you know, hey, I don't want to find out how to pick up the book, right? So, you know, I always encourage, you know, if you want to read more about, you know, pop culture characters and stuff like that, read their books. You know, these writers, these artists, stuff that go through, you know, a lot of hard work to get these awesome stories told. So, you know, support their work whenever you can. But, yeah. Highly recommended. Dude, yeah. This is what I mean by quarter punch. How many times I get hit? If I was in the arcade, I'd be pumping up as many courses as possible because I'm getting smacked around. Yeah, it's not fun. And you're, you know, especially on a limited budget and you want to beat the game. Dude, come on, really? How's that fair? You have a gun and I have samurai swords. That's just counter. That's not fair. Dude. Yeah, hearing those loud bass from the explosions in the arcade with those speakers.
That overgrown corkscrew again.
Ah, man. There's no greater feeling than hearing that, you know? It's like, oh man, that sounds so cool. Oh, now I hear more explosions, and now they're gonna get you pumped.
Not with this stuff.
Playing this in the arcade was one of the games I really enjoyed as a kid. Probably my favorite game
The turtle.
to play. The other game I really loved to play was Afterburner. The old Sega game that was, you know, kind of as a fighter jet, very hot octane, very fast paced. There we go. Just had it, just
The turtle.
but see the difference, that game though, Afterburner, you used to play in the arcade, you actually get to sit in. It's like a little
The turtle.
cockpit that you sat in. It costs more than just a quarter though. You pay maybe $1 to play that game. You know, bigger game, you know, higher price because of maintenance and stuff like that, right? But man, that game was super fun to play. Of course, you know, they also had the ports, you know, the Genesis and the Master System and all that stuff. And, you know, cool game to play. Very cool game to play. Not gonna lie, but the experience playing in the actual, you know, arcade machine, it was so good, so much fun. You know, doing the 360 rolls as USA and Star Fox do a barrel roll. You're doing a barrel roll or something that game. It was super fun.
Run, good turtle. Crush the turtle.
You know, I think, hold on, let me check and see, hold on here. I actually didn't put on... I can do that here. Let me see if I can get this...
Crush the turtle.
I think let's see if I had put on chat here. No, I don't know if everybody's come in and said anything yet. Let's see.
Thank you, my turtles. There it is.
Let's see, hold on. How do I do this? Oh, hold on, there we go. There's the pause button here. But let's go ahead and see if I can find a way to do. Look at chat here. Let's see, hold on. Let's see, settings. Hold on, guys. View comments. Okay, there you go. It doesn't look like we had any good comment, but that's fine. But yeah, playing this game was super duper fun. Oh man, this was frustrating me so much as a kid. You know, like I said, back in the we had actually a port of this game on the original Nintendo system, and yeah, they had a lot of the stuff was there. They actually added 2 levels to the game that weren't in this game. I guess sort of make it longer. Oh. Oh. And those were fun levels too. The snow level in that game, there's actually a snow level in the port They're probably the most memorable level, in my opinion. They actually had a lot of the theme was actually really good. Actually, they had quite a few enemies in that level that weren't featured in this game, and weren't actually featured in the show. So, as I well know that this game was actually based off the 80s TV series, which I watched religiously. Although I didn't watch the whole lot of the final season. Goodness gracious. Mostly because it came on sporadically. I watched maybe the first 2 episodes. Ooh.
Crush the turtle.
This is General Trag, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember his name correctly. This guy right here was one of Krang's top soldiers in his army.
Crush the turtle.
From the Mech X.
Crush the turtle.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they sort of
Crush the turtle.
kind of were walking that back. Ooh, I've actually never seen that movie before. In that last season, to my recollection, they really didn't do a whole lot of the Dimension X stuff. They did more mutant stuff, you know, introducing new mutants. Because let's be perfectly honest, the Trolls back in the 80s, it was just like He-Man, every other, you know, cartoon that was out there, Transformers, all that stuff. The cartoons were just one big advertisement for new toys, and it's not a secret to people who know. That's what it was. These cartoons were basically one big giant advertisement for kids, and it worked in a lot of cases. There's also been a lot of good cartoons back in the day that, you know, they were really good cartoons. Don't get me wrong, they're super awesome cartoons. They just never got the toy line started off. And that's why they you know, they're not as memorable as, you know, Turtles and, you know, Transformers and He-Man and all these other G.I. Joe.
I'm invincible.
Which is a real shame. One of those being Visionaries. Cool concept. Very cool concept. The toys just never could get off the ground, which is sad, because the whole concept of, you know, magical light, you know, fighting, you know, bad guys with that, you know, using the holograms, embedding in these, you know, vehicles and whatnot, you know, totems and stuff like that. Such a cool concept. It's just the toys never got off the ground. Inhumanoids was one of the other ones. Oh my gosh, that show actually scared me as a kid. It was actually pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie, it was dark. It was scary. The monsters in there were actually pretty terrifying. Amazing how that show even managed to get off the ground in the first place, because it was there's some demons in there that would have scared the crap out of kids today. They probably would return off in the first few seconds. Like it's that terrifying. Us as kids though, we even though it scared us, we thought it was super cool. Funny enough, but yeah, you look back on that and think, how did that make it past the censors? Especially with a character like Decompose, which would basically turn anything it touches into undead. And the fact that he actually had undead in the show was crazy. But that just proves my point. Like that, so many damn good TV shows and characters and all this just never got a chance to go off the ground because they weren't mainstream enough. The toys weren't selling as well. And so that's what happened. They just time basically forgot them. And here we are with Shredder or Kusaki. He can one-shot you just like that. Even if you have God mode. So, yeah. There we go, and there we go. Only dead once. My last couple playthroughs, I actually died a couple times to a Shredder fight. You know, God mode, but I only died once. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, this is, Turtles is one of my favorite games. They actually have the second one, which, I'll probably do another live stream of that one soon. I'll also might live stream the, original NES game, which I also played. I never actually beat that game. Never beat that game. I remember watching the old video of Proton John. I don't know if you guys remember who Proton John was. I don't know if he's still around, but an old Let's Player. Back when I started YouTubing, played through the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game on the NES, and that was actually his first time beating the game. I've actually never seen the ending to the game until I watched that stream. I actually watched that video series, and yeah, so hopefully maybe sometime soon, you know, you'll get to see me actually beat the very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the first time. Mostly because I didn't own it, it was a rental, so I never actually got to beat it. But all the games that I owned, and most of the games that I rented back in the day, I beat. The games that are still, and if you know me, you know me. You know where I'm going with this. The game that I still, to this day, have, like, how to put this? I'm still frustrated over that I could not beat was Ninja Gaiden 2 for the NES. I could never beat that game. I got so close to beating it one time. Couldn't beat it. My rental time with it came to an end right before I get another chance to run through it. And back in those days, there was no save space. There's no save points. There's no, you know, save screens and you know, no passwords to go to that level and stuff like that. You had to beat it in one shot, just like an arcade, like one of these arcade games. You didn't beat it that first time through. You had to start all over again once you turn off the power. So you basically had to sit there, play through the entire game, and if you beat it in one shot, good for you. If you didn't, and you had something to do later in the day and you didn't have more time to play it again, you had to walk through that all over again. Super hard game. Never got to beat it. Actually, I did actually get to see the ending of that game later down the line. But yeah, maybe one of these days if they actually make a Ninja Gaiden collection like this, I'll have to go and play the game, and hopefully they'll have a God mode so that way I can actually beat the game. Yeah. This right here is the second arcade game, Trolls of Time. I played this once in the arcade. As you can see, we have a Toko and Razor from the second Ninja Turtles movie, which was made famous because of the time-honored classic of Go Ninja Go by Vanilla Ice. Yeah. But I've only played that game once. That's a super. That was also a very fun game. Now look, we also have Leonardo as one of the main characters, as one of the kids are playing through. This is the SNES version. Now, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing when I actually downloaded this game. Like I said, it was free. This game was free via the PlayStation Plus account. If you have a PlayStation Plus account, you can get this for free as one of their monthly games right now. So if you have PlayStation and you don't have PlayStation Plus, get it now. You can get this game, download this game, play it. But this is a Super Nintendo game. And if you know why that's a surprise here, this is the PlayStation that I'm playing on. So why? And that's sort of the thing with also why with the Sega Genesis games coming on there. Emulation is from older games is starting to become a really big thing. You know, a lot of the older classic games are coming onto systems that they should not belong on. You know, all the characters, all the games are featuring Leonardo because you know he's the best character. He's the best turtle. So maybe sometime in the future we could actually get a Pokemon official emulator. You know, play your Pokemon games on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever you have. His whole collection. That would be really cool. Just saying. Because I only played one Pokemon game in my entire life. For just a small bit. Maybe about an hour. When I was in my late teens? About 16, 17? Yeah, I never could have gotten Pokemon. But I'm into Pokemon now. That's what counts, right? This was actually a Sega Genesis game, Hyperstorm Heist. Never got to play it. More than likely play this game here soon as well. Tournament Fighters for the Genesis as well. Never played it. This is the game I'm talking about here. The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the Nintendo Entertainment System. If you know this game, The level before this one, the water level, it still gives people nightmares to this day. Yeah, that level was a pain, an absolute pain. I actually managed to beat it one time, but then once I got to this level, died, and couldn't beat it anymore because I think I ran out of continues and turtles. But the music was very memorable for this game. I agree. One of the most, I would say one of the the most memorable soundtrack in NES history. Mega Man, of course, has some incredibly memorable soundtracks. Metal Man, Bubble Man, basically all the Mega Man games had incredible soundtracks. Ninja Gaiden also had a lot of good soundtracks as well for 1 and 2. 3 has actually really good soundtrack as well. But yeah, but this was up there. Like I said, this is the original, or this is for the NES, the game we just played, with the 2 additional levels. A lot of fun memories are there. A lot of good fun memories of this one. This is Manhattan Project on the NES. I've never played this one. Michael might play it. Tournament Fighters for the NES. Also never played it. Fall of the Foot Clan. I remember this game being heavily advertised in comics back in the day. Also never played this because I actually never had a Game Boy. So, this will probably be fun to play. It's also a Game Boy game. Original Game Boy. As you can see, there's a lack of color. Yes, guys, if you're watching this, you're the younger generation. We had Game Boys that did not have color. We played on those because we had no choice. Because the technology wasn't there for full color games yet on your Game Boy. Radical Rescue, saw this a lot as well. Never played it though. But yeah, there you have it. Those are all the games on this. I guess even got emulator collection, official emulator collection. But yeah, we'll play some more later on. But yeah, I just thought I did this real quick stream here. And yeah, guys, I know nobody joined me for the chat, but if you see this video later down the road, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.